Broadcasting live from the 3POA after show, ravaged bayous of Louisiana. It's the after show. Go to bed. And we're going to get right onto it and bring in the rowdiest of rowdies, Rowdy Riley.
Hey, Max.
Is that the applause? No, that's not the applause.
I'll take an air horn.
There we go.
How's it going?
It's going pretty well. I have been drawing up things all afternoon and listening to what I really thought was going to be a violent 3POA broadcast, and it went surprisingly calm. My first night modding, and
you were modding, weren't you? That's cool.
You know what? I wasn't modding shit because between Zakanan and Scott Hughes, those two. Oh, they got the buttons. They're fast on that.
Oh, yeah.
I've sent out the invites. I also have the invite in the chat.
I wasn't sure what was going on when I saw the invite. I was like, Max is sending, I'll click it. I'm doing laundry, so I'm up.
But I think Avi had to go pee break because...
oh, gotcha. That's cool. He was on there for a while. Propping up the show himself.
11:28. That was a fun show you had last night. I was this close, like I was asleep, just out, and I woke up, and my TV always turns on to this big clock for like a screensaver. So I hate it. I hate waking up to that screen. So I clicked it back onto YouTube because, you know, that's just where I spend my whole day. And I was like, Rowdy's on? Man, I'm gonna have to check this out.
Yeah.
I have a hard time because I really want to support everybody that I've met and communicated with and stuff like that. And at least at bare minimum, a like and a comment. And I was having way too much fun. I was like, no, I gotta get on, show the girl some love. Oh, yeah, speaking of showing some love,
I don't give a shit.
What's up, Bobby?
How you doing?
Oh no, I'm good. Saw you propping up 3POA yourself. You know, keeping the show rolling. So that's cool.
It would have totally fallen apart if you weren't there. I mean, just.
With the show? No.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That was a lot of fun though. I enjoyed it.
I was really expecting it to be.
This is a piece of shit though.
I know what it smells like and I know what it feels like.
Yeah, I was like, man, my head is getting hot.
I can smell it from here.
That's funny.
You got a Party Town Spirit Halloween open in your neighborhood? Is that where you get that? You
Amazon
got a trunk full of those little
Amazon.
No, Amazon, dude. Is when LP sent me the thumbnail. I was like, dude, we should wear clown. I even told us that we should wear clown wigs, and I sent him a link. I was like, this is tomorrow. It'll be shipped by tomorrow. And I sent it to him, and he was like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, all right, I ordered mine. So it was fun.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
I never get Amazon always teases me. They're like, oh yeah, we got that. Order it in the next 5 minutes. We'll have it to you tomorrow. No problem. Nah, it ain't never tomorrow. Nah.
No, you get a delay. They're like, oh, it's coming. Yeah. Don't worry.
Yep.
I gotta cancel my Prime once I finish Invincible, but I need to finish season 3.
Oh, they ain't never gonna be done with that. They're not even. They're early into that series.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm hoping things get better before they get worse. But I don't want to support Bezos. I don't want him to have my money. You know.
He gonna get it. He gonna get it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they have the AWS.
Yeah. I mean, I buy way too much on Amazon, so
I don't ever worry about shipping until I see that hey, we're shipping DHL. And then I'm like, shit.
I have a couple pre-orders up on Amazon, and I saw that they pushed up my miles to April 21st and my Dakin to April 21st. So those would be cool.
I haven't even looked to see, man, nothing is shipping. Like I got pre-orders out the
I got hit
wazoo.
hard last month. I got hit
Yeah.
so hard with pre-orders.
I got 3 of those snake mechs coming.
Oh, damn. Okay.
It's content, but it's like my wallet, my savings. God damn. So
Dude, I worry about that. And it's one reason, you know, I joke with you know, Abby and J-Mac, but about, you know, the Mythic Legions and stuff like that. But man, I've just Action Force, G.I. Joe. That's and a few
safe.
Marvel
It's safe
Legend
that way.
villains.
I haven't bought a Hasbro figure.
Unnamed streamers who are
It's for the
walking
best.
through a hoarder house full of toys.
I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to sell more stuff. Not stuff I'm replacing, but just stuff that I'm just like, because my NECA stuff, it just sits there. And I like horror, but I could wait for the next Mezco one and just sell a whole bunch of it and have like the Mezco stuff and then some, the price for that if they ever make one. Like I want a Chucky Mezco, but I have the NECA one. It's like, should I sell that now? Should I wait?
I don't know if they'll ever make a Mezco though.
Yeah, I doubt it, but it's just an example. It's like I have my Ripley from Aliens, and it's like, should I get rid of that? Probably not. But is it doing anything for me? I just don't feel stuff, you know?
I mean, most of my toys just sit on the shelf and don't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, I move them. If I move them and play with them and pull them off the shelf, use them for comparisons for my videos, then I'm using them. But they're just...
Talib wants to come in. Should we let him? He said he wouldn't wear a fez. I'm a little...
Not everyone's well off enough to have a fez. It's a fancy thing, you know?
It is a fancy thing.
Hey, but you know, you're on the
like
subject.
a pirate and give me that booty.
Man, I'm so jealous of LP's tickets. I would totally go to that concert. And I don't
What
go
concert
to
is it?
The Floozy.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, listen, you know, there was an interesting comment made earlier about maybe last night an open mic about Brandon winning a salesman award. And is that an option for us? Is that where this road leads? Is eventually we're going to be setting up a table at a toy show with all these toys that we're tripping over that we had to buy for content?
I mean that's always an option, right? That's how I look at it. I mean, I'm constantly selling and buying. I mean, I sent out 4 packages today.
I sold a shitload of Transformers in the last 2 years.
There you go. See?
Oh, I hauled a U-Haul. I mean, I had every War for Cybertron, all 3, you know, lines, and
that's what I sold.
Multiples. I mean, if I saw one in the store, man, I grabbed it. I had a U-Haul that I hauled down to Dallas Vintage Toys. Them guys like to shit their pants, where they're like, "Okay, bud, what do you got?" And I'm like, "You got 2-wheelers? Because I'm broke. I ain't hauling this shit up them stairs."
I had everything.
How's it going?
I had almost everything from Combiner Wars all the way to Legacy Year 1. So almost, what was that, 6, 7, like 8 years worth of Transformers, everything. Like I didn't miss anything.
How much did you make off of it?
Oh, over $10,000. I know.
Yeah. So what'd you buy?
I put it into Masterpiece Transformers. So every time I would sell stuff, I was replacing it with Masterpiece stuff.
Okay.
I think I ended up with about after I did a few toy trades on top of what they offered. And I think once that was done, I ended up with around $7,500 for that Transformers collection, which I broke even. I didn't make any money.
Yeah, I didn't. I made money because I had a lot of stuff from Japan and a lot of that
What's up, J-Mac?
stuff. What up, resale value. Hey, J-Mac.
Well, listen.
Are you hitting the roof? Are you hitting the
Hold
ceiling
on.
of your house?
Yeah, he's
so
duck.
tall.
He has the duck to walk through his house. Y'all don't know that? You've seen it. Well, listen, Abby. So you've got.
He's
I know
that
you've
high.
got table experience. He's that high. I love it. You've got experience setting up at a table. Did Rowdy Talib? Have you ever set up at a show?
No.
Only thing I've sold is online.
I've never even been to a toy show, like other than the one in my hometown. That was the first one I went to. I've been to a Comic-Con in Cincinnati, but I've never been to like a toy expo. Like the one in my town was basically a flea market. But I'm excited. I'm going to the expo in June in Maryland.
It's going to be fun. I've heard a lot of cool guests and vendors are going to be there.
I'm excited. I'm excited to make more friends and network and
I'm kind of
meet some fans. Who knows?
I want to go to some of these cons, but it's just really not in the. I can't do it.
Well, Abby, how do you feel about being a vendor? You know,
I love the idea. I mean, so Ish, he's like my best friend, right? So, I talk to him very frequently, and every show he sets up at, he wants me to be a seller, because I'm very what's the word I'm looking for? I'm
personable.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm outspoken, right? I try to bring people in, like, hey, look what I got, you know, like a seller should be, right? A seller.
He really is so tall. He's bigger than his refrigerator. It's insane.
But
I'd be like, yo, what's up?
Well, I've got lots of experience with like retail has never been a problem for me. I've been literally antique shows, my entire life. Tattoo conventions the last 30 years, that's never a problem. I don't know. I don't know what I would want to sell.
Well, the thing is, so I'm setting up at IshCon this year. This is the first time I'll be setting up at IshCon. So he was like, "Bring your stuff," and I was like, "Well, what do you not have?" Like, that's my question to you. Like, what do you not have, right? You don't want
competition.
Well, exactly, right? So I was like, you have Valaverse, you have Savage. My only request to him was put me between them two, because my main purpose of going to IshCon is hyping it up, obviously, which is what you have been seeing. Like, I've been hyping up IshCon the whole time, most of the time. But again, that's my best friend. I want him to succeed.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, listen, IshCon, put my booth, my table, in between Savage and in between Valaverse. I would love that. And from there, I'll go live from the con, and we'll have a camera pointing outwards, we'll have a camera pointing inwards, and we'll have cameras to the side as well. So that way they could see Savage and they could see Valaverse. And I was like, we'll just have fun all day. The whole time.
And if you don't do shit, Bobby's just going to put you to work. So.
Well, I don't think he will put me to. I've offered help to Bobby at Legion's Con. He was like, no, I don't need the help. But Ninja was already helping, and Jordan was there. But I mean, again, I enjoyed the camaraderie, right? Like the having fun, chilling, talking.
Yeah, it's community. It's just like on a stream, except in person. Everyone's there. Do you want to talk to?
This is the best feeling CT Toys figure that I've gotten.
Moist.
The Helverine?
Yeah, it is smooth.
I really like the Wolverine that I got, the tiger stripes. So.
Yeah, I have that one too. The main reason I got this one is because he comes with claw upgrades for the tiger stripe Wolverine.
Yeah, he comes with the curved ones, right?
Yeah.
Those ones are so Marvel versus Capcom. Yeah, I need those.
Oh, that's nice.
That was kind of
why. I don't know why Hasbro can't.
They can. They just won't until they do a maximum Wolverine,
which will be $70, $60,
or it should be $80 by that point.
$80 by that point with the tariffs.
Yeah. Like this is our normal price, $80.
Just buy for $5K at that point.
Yeah.
See, they
Well, you got
set the
CT
price
toys at
on
that
that
point.
Hulk the minute they set the price on that Spider-Man.
So I said it in the chat on the 3PO after show. I feel like Hasbro had raised the price because their figures, it does not cost $24.99 to produce. They're more like $5 to $6 to produce. They've been overcharging us for at least before COVID. And now they kind of settled in. They're the last people to raise that price. But when they do, it's going to be like another $6 probably. Four to
Oh,
six
It'll
on
be
some of
the
the stuff.
price of the figure. Yeah, what it
Yeah.
costs them.
They're just
I
waiting.
wonder how it's going to affect stores that are based in Hong Kong and China, like Show Z, and if they're going to have to increase their prices, because I think they can still skirt around the whole shipping. But I mean, I might be wrong.
Oh, I think you're going to see the end of third. I think you're going to see very close. If it gets bad, it's going to be like imports were back in the 90s. You're gonna have to know somebody, and it's going to be tough. Yeah, it's going to kill.
Well,
It's gonna
5K better
destroy.
not go out of business because I'm gonna be really upset.
God.
Sitting in customs. Ken's Toys is sitting in customs in Florida. Their CT Wolverine. Yeah, $4.50 including packaging for the average figure. That's what I thought. It wasn't anything over $10.
Yeah.
And that maximum Hulk is $50. Was it 50 or 60?
60.
60.
Yeah.
60 for mostly reuse and a brand new torso and some heads. It's like
Well,
$1.
have they officially announced the price, or is that
Yeah.
just what it was guessed?
They said it
That's
was.
the-
They said it was.
Yeah,
59.
they said
Yeah,
it.
they announced it. Yeah.
They didn't make us wait like the maximum Spider-Man because we already knew it was gonna be over 50. They're like, well, we'll just tell them now.
Listen, Hulk is gonna sell out. We
Oh,
already
yeah.
know this.
I
No,
just want the Marvel versus
Spider-Man
Capcom.
sold out.
Yeah, and I called
He's
that one
back
out.
up again though.
Yeah.
He's back up everywhere again.
He came back up. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
What are you
But I-
munching?
What's like?
What are you munching on, Bobby?
Chex Mix. I was hungry.
The best snack.
It's
got
like I
hungry.
said. It's like I said last night. I don't have an Incredible Hulk. This is catering to
That's who it's for.
collectors
It's for you.
like
Yeah,
me
it's for
or people that have to have everything.
And for them, for you, it's a good price. But for people that already have a Hulk that have already paid that
Right,
price and then
right.
some, it's not worth it.
Right.
You know?
What's like the thing Jeff Johns said, and he got it from some other comic creator. Always write your comic book like it's the first. This is your first reader, and that's kind of what they're doing with some of the stuff that's coming out right now this year. Because look at how many reissues we're getting. The Night Force stuff, probably this Psylocke and this Juggernaut's going to be reissues of it.
Oh, did they show a Psylocke?
They teased her effect from the game.
Yeah.
From Marvel.
I want
versus
Psylocke.
Capcom.
And Necatronus, you're right. I think production that listen, I really have been, and I got yelled at when I first started when Cox first came out and said that they wanted to get out of toys. I've never believed for a second that meant that they were done with toys.
They're just cutting production.
Way down. And you're going to start seeing, I mean, I really believe that a lot of the stuff that you see at Ollie's is intentional. They overproduce what they well, you notice what most of it is? Most of it's Star Wars.
I think Hasbro would lose money without the Marvel. If they lost the Marvel license, they would lose more than overproducing figures by losing that license because they make so much in overhead.
Oh,
well, here's the thing, though.
100%.
It's not them really losing it, right? Because they're selling their product to Targets and Walmarts and whoever else. But then they've already sold there. They got their money.
Yeah, they get their money from the second that a store makes their orders, or a producer, or like Big Bad Toy Store, or Entertainment. Or Hasbro made their money.
Get your ass in here, bro.
Well, wasn't like the big to do
He
when
said
they found
he's
out
tired from pushing buttons all night.
Well, you can push my buttons. Let's go.
Didn't something come about like with the stockholders when they found out all that stock was going to Ollie's and they were lying about that?
Well, because they
but it
committed
doesn't matter.
fraud. That's what they were
Yeah, they
pissed about.
lied.
They straight
Yeah.
lied.
But it still doesn't matter. They made their money already. Hasbro already made their money when they sold it to the retailers.
Right.
Yeah, Hasbro makes its money out the gate. They've got so
It's
many
Targets
places.
and Walmarts that sell it to the
Target may start shutting stores here pretty soon. They're losing money hand over fist too.
Well, I think at this point everyone's losing money right
Yeah,
now.
but Target, there's a specific, theirs is targeted. There's it's on purpose. So
Yeah,
it's just where Target exclusives may go away with all these tariffs and all that stuff happening too. They may not have the money for the exclusives. You know
what? If I see an end to fucking exclusives,
be happy.
I absolutely would not.
It's all worth it after that.
Just general release everything. Enough with these.
Such
I'm
bullshit.
tired. I played that shit with Transformers during the COVID shit, and just I don't want to do it. Or if you're gonna do it like Vala does. Here's an exclusive. Basically, you're getting it a few months early.
Yeah.
You get that. I got this now. Ha 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 ha. And then generally everybody gets a chance. That right there is just God. That's why I love that fucking man.
Is that the only reason why?
Well,
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, but I never had an issue getting the exclusives from Transformers.
Well, I mean,
It depends where
I
it
didn't
is.
either, other than
I
the
mean-
fact that I live an hour away from any Target or any large enough scale Walmart that's going to stock anything. And hunting, and then you had to, hell, they had one at Walgreens. That damn
Every year.
Ratchet.
Those went away.
Walk inside of Walgreens.
Yeah, those are done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Walgreens had exclusives.
And that Ratchet,
that
that Siege Ratchet was expensive for a little bit.
Yep,
So
I
they
had
came
two
out
of them. They went for
with the Earth
$100 a piece.
Yep.
Oh.
It's like there was
It
like
just-
right around COVID, they had some Amazon exclusive 2-packs that were the G1 versions of those figures, and they tripled in price.
Oh wow.
It's like they underproduced them, and now finally they're doing reissues 4 years later. And they're doing
At that
them
toy
like-
show I went to in town, so they had Transformers. That's one thing they had. They had some old G.I. Joes and old Transformers. There's one in a Ziploc bag, and it was $250 complete, just in a Ziploc bag. And I was like, all right, I'm
Skywarp.
gonna go.
Transformers hold their value.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, at its height, Amazon had an exclusive. It was available for about 15 fucking minutes. It was the Skywarp Cybertronian version.
Yeah.
And came in a box set, and there was 2 parts to it. One of them was not that hard to get, but that Skywarp was gone like that. And I got one, and at right about the time I was just about thinking, I was like, man, I need to sell this, even if it breaks up my collection. It was $650. I think it finally dropped down to about $450, and then it finally settled. I think at the end it was around $3.
And that Skywarp just had a reissue a month ago.
Yep.
Did you get it?
Oh yeah, they're
No, I
reissuing
didn't need it.
all those now. I sold my collection at the perfect time.
There you go.
Yeah, I actually split my set up because one of it came with a Target Master that went with a different figure that had its own individual release. And I made my money back on it.
I like to think my Marvel Legends shelf is worth at least $10,000, but who knows? There's all my Marvel.
And one of the big things why I got out of Hasbro mainline Transformers is the shit you Marvel Legend collectors are experiencing now. You get the same figure over again with an incremental increase, or not increase, like improvement, to where it's something closer. It's something closer to what you want, your perfect figure. Yeah. And that kind of jaded me on Transformers when I was like, I'm spending so much money. I can buy a $200 Transformer once a month, and I'm not spending as much money because Hasbro's nickel and diming me.
Well, hey, Classified tried that same shit too. It's the reason why you got the older version of Outback, the Tiger Force Outback, the Tiger Force Recondo, and nobody but Zakanin wanted that Outback, and then they then they sell you the main line, 3 months later.
Which was way better, but I have the Tiger Force one because I already had it. I wasn't gonna double dip on G.I. Joe because I'm not that big of a Joe fan.
The real question is this: do people need more G.I. Joe stuff? Because I have a whole show.
I just want CoverGirl,
Not your Joe
updated
shit, no.
CoverGirl, and I want that iguana
Bobby,
that comes
you
with
do
that.
not even know G.I. Joe names. Do not speak on G.I. Joe.
What'd you say? Who?
Don't speak on G.I. Joe.
Why?
Because you don't even know who they are.
And that's okay.
No, it's not okay when you're like, oh, it don't matter if they make the rest of them. You don't know who the rest of them are.
I really did, and I don't, and I'm okay with it.
Just stab myself.
It's like that's Army Soldier 1, Army Soldier 2.
I was like, that's the white dude.
That's G.I. Joe.
dude.
That's G.I. Joe also. That's G.I.
the
Joe.
dude with the jersey.
Like, we went through this the other day. He was absolutely terrible. If there's a quiz for G.I. Joe names, don't put Avi in.
See,
I'm
I know
also
some
horrible
of
with
them.
names, though.
I know them
mean,
for the memes, though.
What really gets me about Classified is just how much they work around anything that Larry Hama did. It just like they get like shit. One of the early releases that they did were all those DIC cartoons. And hey, listen, I'm a diehard
Those
when it
dick
comes to
cartoons?
Joe shit.
Dick versions.
The DIC shit
The
sucks.
dicks, yeah. the
Nobody
dick ones,
wants
yeah.
the dick.
I guarantee I'm not alone when I asked Mikey for customs, and I want Striker, Snake Eyes, and Storm Shadow, younger version, Vietnam, and from the comic book version.
So
They're all saying it too.
For God's sake, I know it's Deke, but I'm going to say Dick anyway. It's my champ. You know what? I'm ending this stream. Fuck you guys.
I just like the way it sounds. Deke.
Don't be a deek, Max.
Don't be a Deke. I'm putting that on a shirt.
Was Deke like 80, 86, 87?
Nope.
Or was it a little bit later than that?
88 or 89. I think it was. Oh, I'd have to get Chad on that one.
So
See,
I was
I know
8 or 9.
Deke.
So I was 8 or 9 years old, and Deke was my wheelhouse. Like, give me Captain Gridiron, give me Jetpack Hawk. Give me all those weird shit from that Deke cartoon. Because
What's a
So
deek?
you're saying you love the
Well,
Deke.
you see,
yeah,
when
I love the Deke. Give me all
What's-
the Deke.
It was
What's a deek? I'm so confused right now.
They were kind of who took over
That's
after
because you're not a G.I.
Sunbow
Joe fan,
stopped
Avi.
producing the original first 2 seasons of G.I. Joe. They took it
Okay.
over. It was also when G.I. Joe got a lot of their production stuff moved to India, and
Does
Fun
the word
School was
Sunbow do
producing it.
anything for you?
Who?
I know
Sunbow.
Sunbow. See, I know these things.
Yeah,
But,
I
you
know
know,
Larry
I
Hama,
never
I know
seen a
Sunbow.
Deke cartoon
Riley,
until
Riley, we're
about
testing
2 or 3
Avi
years
right
ago.
Oh, I know. But I'm younger. I'm the youngest person here, and I
now.
know.
That
That's
doesn't
insane.
matter.
I
Do you
wasn't
see
born in.
himself?
I
He has
wasn't born
a
in this
pile
country.
of G.I. Joes behind him.
I'll be how
He don't know who the
how
fuck
old
they are.
was you when you left? Wait, no, you were in Germany, right?
Yeah, Germany.
Okay, because there's what is that GI Joe brand that's based out of India? I forget what the hell it's called.
Action Force.
No,
Action
That
Force.
was the UK.
shit, I can't remember. But they
Oh, yeah.
they have weird repaints of all like the standard Joes. And
Oh,
they
good.
were all over.
I was
India.
when I was younger. I was into He-Man and Asterix.
Definitely not G.I. Joe. You see the word Sunbow did nothing for him, right?
All right,
What the
So
fuck
when I
is
was
a
like
Thumba?
6,
there you go.
when I was like
Always has it.
6, I
Fun
rented the
school.
G.I. Joe movie from Blockbuster, thinking it would be like really fun, and that shit was heavy. Like people got shot, and like they were like Duke was in a coma. I was like, I'm too young for this.
They
But
don't
the
die.
beginning was great. Cobra. I like that song. The song's fire.
Hey,
Actually,
the only
Duke
thing that I
died.
will give Deke credit for is the first thing they did was they got rid of fucking Serpentor.
You like no.
I'm trying to get rid of my Serpentor too.
Isn't Serpentor like a bunch of like historical figures cloned into one guy
That's
plus
Serpentor
Cobra
to be in
Commander?
my box.
Well, there's two versions of
Let's
that.
go, J Mag. You got some shit I want.
Both of them are similar but different. If you go with the cartoon version of Serpentor, it's a bunch of historical figures and Sergeant Slaughter. If you go with the Larry Hama version, it's a few historical figures and Storm Shadow.
Oh, okay.
So
That's weird. Just like throw everyone in there. Who's popular? Is probably what it was.
well, that's always been Hasbro's view on things. You know, that's what they were killing off Duke. The only reason they changed their mind and put him in a coma is because of Transformers.
Yeah. That didn't go over well. I know.
And then the G.I. Joe movie didn't even go to theaters because of it.
It didn't?
Yeah, I never saw it in Transformers. I saw in theater.
You guys hear that? I got a tornado watch going on right now.
Oh,
you too?
I wonder if I have phone signal now.
It's across it's a lot. It's a big area.
I'm up in the mountains, so I'm mostly safe from tornadoes, but I've gotten a few recently, and I'd never had them before in my life, so that was a little scary.
Ever since I was in North Carolina, there's a hurricane every year that passes through.
That was Virginia Beach growing up. I was used to hurricanes. They didn't bother me.
Just go out there and shake your fist.
Rowdy, I knew I liked you for a reason. You're a Tidewater gal.
Yeah, I'm from 757.
Oh, that rocks.
I'm from 757. Woo!
We both are. Where's the pound it?
I used to run the octopus at the carnival in Kill Devil Hills out in the Barrier Islands.
About Mount Trashmore, though. What you know about Mount Trashmore?
Yeah, about Mount. A buddy of mine's got a shop right on the edge of it. You guys know about Mount Trashmore? Tell them about Mount Trashmore, Rowdy.
So it was dumb, and they decided, let's build a park over this thing. So they covered it. It's actually, they have a skate park there now, too. So they just covered it, landscaped it, built playground. I had some memories there. It's just a really big park, and it's called Mount Trashmore because it's built on a mountain of trash. Not like, it's like a landfill, essentially. Like, that's not appealing to coming down the highway. So let's turn it into a park.
It's actually an engineering marvel because the thing that's going on underneath of there is a lot of juices get released. So there's a whole draining system that's going on underneath that park that's pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah, it's such a cool place. I go fishing there with my dad.
Sticking up out of the ground for methane release.
Yeah.
Man, I used to go out. Then you got the Chesapeake. Tidewater area is full of marvels. You got the Chesapeake Bay Bridge tunnel.
Oh, fuck the tunnel. Fuck that.
I just used to go out to the pier because that's where all the little Vietnamese people would catch sharks and make shark tail soup right on the pier.
The oceanfront is a lot better than it used to be. The boardwalk is so much better than when I was a kid. It sucked when I was a kid. Now every weekend there's live music. There's they got that carnival running. I need to be back there.
The place I used to tattoo and pierce there was called SFA, stood for Sweet Fuck All. And now it's a tattoo removal center.
Oh, God. Well, the name probably explains why that happened.
Yeah, I wasn't very good when I worked there, so I'm sure they're removing a few of mine.
Another one for Max, huh?
The Cyclops man can pose.
I really do want the Max Spidey.
You had him doing the.
We should have a pose off. Pose off time.
Oh my.
Let's relax.
Blue waffle there? Something?
Is that a 90-degree bend on a Hasbro product?
I mean, it's pretty good, pretty flexible.
Yeah, I'd say. He just needs Wolverine behind him doing the same thing, and Jean standing up behind him. Just
get that picture of Jean and Scott, like the Wolverine meme. Yeah.
I remember one of the funnest things I used to do would have pose offs with figures with a buddy of mine. We would just do random poses to see how far we could stretch some of the articulation.
Kind of like
figures.
You should bring that up to Ish. Have a posing contest.
That's a good live stream. Posing horse.
A bunch of posers.
Bunch of posers, yeah.
Copy this.
Ish does the pop and swap
But bring D Amazing on for everyone to try to copy.
Well, and D Amazing will be at
Bunch of bulkies.
HCon.
I
We'd be like,
watched
we
his
can-
maximum. I watched
That
his
man can
maximum.
bend some joints.
I
watched
haven't watched his Maximum Spider-Man video yet because I don't watch spoilers. Wait until I get
watched
mine.
that, and he poses stuff so smoothly. I'm like, fuck! It takes me minutes to get them in those positions.
He has a talent.
And he's just doing it
Classic.
naturally, just
He
playing
drinks-
with it.
Drinks a lot of water.
You know, I've yet to watch one of those Maximum Spider-Man videos where that one head sculpt that doesn't have those mismatched lines.
Don't tell me that. I will
Every
cry.
single one.
Well, how many of you bought the Maximum Spider-Man?
I have it on pre-order. I'll probably
bought-
keep it.
I pre-ordered 4, but I'm only keeping 2. It's whoever gets first. It's whoever gets you first.
I think Tucker Art said it best. Whoever orders that thing is a shill.
Well, you
Bro,
see the
we're all
shelf behind
shills,
me.
man. We're all
See the
shills.
shelf.
I didn't order it.
Not of Hasbro, but in general, we're
I am first and foremost a Spider-Man show. First and foremost.
Man, I gotta
And,
tell
and
you,
that's fine. Like Chad said in his video, love that shit. Admit that shit. You getting free things, the backdoor things to Todd
get free
McFarlane. Love it. Love it. Own that shit. Don't get
Todd,
defensive
you
when
free
somebody
stuff?
calls you a
Who's
shill.
getting-
Just say
who's
yes.
getting
I am
free
a shill.
I want free things. I'll be
Yeah.
I don't think
Where's
Todd
my
would
free
ever
thing?
give me free things.
Right. I feel
how
like
big a sucker am I?
You
Am I
free.
shill shit and I still pay for it? Man, what the fuck's the matter with me?
then you're not a shill. Like if you watch Chad's video, he broke it down very simply for people.
That is a good video. Everybody
a
should
good
watch
video.
that
So
video.
I will say this. There's a certain YouTuber and I posted a comment on their video and they've got a lot of subscribers. And they're a certain type of collector. And they posted the Far From Home Spider-Man, which is the black and red suit, the new re-release that's the 3rd time or 4th time that figure's been released. And they did a brand new video on it. And I asked them why they were doing it. They said, it's a new figure. That's a show. That's a show right there. That Far From Home Spider-Man is 6 years old at this point. It's got pins.
Yes.
Like, why are you buying that?
The point of the shill is when you get free trips and they send you shit is to
And you
go,
have
oh
free-
yes, this is the best thing ever. I love it so much.
I feel like
It's
a shill
great.
is someone who like ridiculously promotes the product, and
That's what I was saying. That's what
says
that guy
anything
was
good
doing.
about the product, even though it has issues, and they won't talk about the issues or.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But it's not
We're
free.
saying the same exact thing.
I don't
but
think
it's
I'm a
not
show for
free,
my
though.
Max Spidey. I just think that I need to do
Oh,
a service to show
Riley,
people.
you're
if they want to.
100% a shill.
You think so? All right.
yeah.
Well, Bobby said it. I'm a show.
We're all shills though, because at the end of the day, that's how it works, right? I mean, I'm a shill for Valaverse. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
I got a shit ton of
Yeah.
Valaverse figures. I mean, I'm a shill for Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat.
I would say
Well,
Marvel versus Capcom
Show,
gets me.
show
so
me the
Jada and all
receipts.
that.
Show me the receipts
But
that Bobby
listen.
bought your plane ticket and your hotel room and flew you out to an event so you could buy.
He didn't.
Valaverse.
I dropped $4,000 at
Okay,
Joe
well,
Pinto.
then you're not a shill. You're just a customer, my dude.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
here's the thing,
that's-
though. Like, I mean, but in my mind, a shill is someone who doesn't see anything negative about the line and stuff like that, right?
I have some
I mean,
negatives about Action Force, but
see,
it's
I didn't-
minor,
that's
like,
not.
you know?
I don't know that we're looking at the definition of shill correctly.
Yeah.
No.
A shill, in my mind, is, and I'm not disagreeing with anybody's points here, but a shill in my mind is somebody who knows this is shit, absolutely would not spend their money on it, got it sent free, and still tells you how hard
Or
you need
didn't get
stuff
it sent free. They might have bought it with their own money, but on the back end, they get shit free from this company.
Or they get reimbursed
and
or
quid
something, you
pro
know.
quo, exactly.
A little
get
quid
earlier
pro quo.
figures.
Right. That is a definition of a shill.
But,
Yeah,
but
Correct.
you
I
also
don't get
don't
anything from
believe what
anyone,
you're
so.
saying. You just know that this Spider-Man has busted hips, and out the gate there's QC
We all-
issues.
we all
I will
know
not
that-
hear anything negative about Hasbro.
We all know it's not
Damn
worth
it.
$50. We all know that.
Right. It's not worth $50. The paint job is fucked up. It wasn't worth $50 if the paint job wasn't fucked up. I don't even know that much about Marvel or the Spider-Man figures. And I know, and I've heard it so much that it's a bunch of reuse. Like 3 things are better. You get a little nut fucking accessory and it's $50 now. That's crazy. Like,
Listen, it wasn't a little nut; it was a big nut accessory. Okay.
my bad.
So
We got different.
You know,
we
honestly,
got
when I
different
think of the
perspectives.
biggest shills, it's Super 7 people.
what's
I've never
And
even
Super
touched a Super
7
7.
figures are amazing.
Amazing. Can do.
Never
I
even
mean,
touched one.
smooth. The just.
I love how the single joint elbow just goes up like this halfway. You gotta push it even more.
I
But
see
it's
people
ultimate,
talking about
Avi. It's
those new.
ultimate. It's in the
I
name.
see people talking about those new Thundercat figures, and they're actually. So I don't know if they're shilling or not, because most of Super 7 stuff doesn't articulate well. It isn't great. But you know,
Except for those
I
double
don't have enough Super 7 stuff in hand. I don't buy it to really be like, oh, this is dog shit toys. Don't buy it.
Well, that's the
Avi,
thing
you're
about
like
Super 7.
Paul
You don't
Heyman.
have to buy it to know how bad it sucks.
Paul
You just
Heyman.
look
You're
through
like
that
Paul
little
Heyman.
plastic window.
You're not a shell. You're a promoter.
I'm a
But yeah,
manager.
you're right. You know, Zakanin, 100%. You're a promoter. That's it. But it's, in my mind, it's a little bit more than that. It's you're promoting something that you do not believe in that product. If you weren't a YouTuber, you weren't promoting, would you go out on the street, look this product up, and buy it yourself and own it?
Listen,
if
I
you
bought
wouldn't do-
Super 7 figures. I've bought everything. I
I'll
buy
be
a lot
right
of
back.
figures.
Yeah, but
I
I
gotta go grab
also
my
don't
laundry.
see you out promoting it. You know,
I give
You're
you
not-
I give you a perfect definition, Avi.
Mhm.
They call Ninja a shill for Valaverse.
Yeah.
One of the first videos I ever saw of Ninja, he took his Valaverse figure and was like, and threw it on the basement floor, and the leg broke off. And he showed it on the video. A shill will not do that.
Oh yeah, of course. I've seen
That's
a
it.
reviewer break a figure on camera and still gave it praises.
That's definitely a shill.
And I'm not gonna say who it is because he's a dear friend and he's very popular.
Well,
Oh,
I
well,
don't think that
Chartemus,
necessarily.
you just got called out.
That was not Charlie.
I still don't think, Zakanan's right. We've had to
Kidding.
upgrade the definition for influencers, and
The
not even
Zakanan.
just in the toy world. It's with everything. You've got
It is.
some of these people who are just with hair care. If they're an influencer,
hair care? What?
yeah.
Talib is
Right.
very interested about hair
I take care of this hair, I guess.
Okay, Kevin.
Man, speaking of beard, you need to pick you up some.
Oh, there you go.
Prospectors
Now you can do
beard
it,
oil.
Avi.
Oh, that stuff is great.
There it is.
I
do
am not
more work with
sponsored
my
by them.
I do more work with my beard than I ever did when I had hair on the top of my head.
I don't
I
do
miss
anything.
mine
I just
until
shave my
looked
head
under
once a
the
week.
desk one day and saw this big pile of beard hair that fell out. And I was like, nope, I'm done. We'll keep it short.
Yeah, I shave my head about once a week, every five days maybe.
Every Friday, I shave my head. Literally every Friday. I
Ain't
do it right
nobody.
here in front of my work. I'm working and I'm like, zzz.
You know what's funny about that? I gotta shave my sides, but my top doesn't grow any longer. It just stays the same length. I haven't gotten the top cut in like 3 years, but the sides I got to do once a week.
I'm doing a JMac right now.
You need a little bit longer wig there, Abby. You got a little ways to go.
I'm trying. I got my blonde.
See,
my
when I
blonde
had hair,
blondie up
mine
there.
was about as curly as Jade Max.
Oh shit! It was the
Oh,
long too?
hell yeah.
Maybe we need to come up with one of those rainbow scales, like the threat level scales for different levels of shilling.
Yeah.
You know,
I
you've
can do
got
that
like
too, Jay.
level 1 is, the who's that English guy doing the G.I. Joe shit? That's like a level 1.
Oh, you're talking about what's his name?
The
You have
Joe
more hair than I
Blows
do.
or
That's
whatever.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
Not Dan who.
Yeah,
So
that's
does
who.
Abby. You have more hair than me now too.
You know, and then you've got Abby, like
He wiggled his whole body to do
Ishkan.
that.
He believes in the product, so he's like a
He
level
can't
5.
Which product? Though? It depends. I like my kitty cat though. I'm not gonna lie.
Speaking of kitty cats, let's hope Zaccanus comes home.
Oh no.
Man, dude,
The
I'm
kitty
putting
cat
out
ran
good
away.
vibes for you, brother.
that is my.
I hope
I
so,
got two
too.
cats, and if one of them ran outside, I would lose my fucking shit.
One
I
of my
know
cats
you're-
got out one time, and I didn't know where he was. I looked over the banister. He was zipping back and forth for who knows how long. I had to jump over the banister. It's like a 5-foot drop. I had to jump over, and I had to football tackle my stupid cat because he would not stop zipping back and forth. One time he got out. Not smart at all.
Sorry.
The last cat I had. Now you know what? I don't even want to talk about this because Zaccane's listening, and I want to keep his hopes up. That your cat's coming home,
Yeah,
Zaccanean.
they always
Yeah.
is your
Have you
They
guys
always
watched
come home.
Sleepwalkers?
He said last time it disappeared for a week, so I'm hoping
is your cat fixed?
it's going to be roughly the same. So
That cat's out getting a little bit of hoochie coochie.
Exactly.
And,
That's probably what's going
it's
on.
gonna come home stinking to high heaven with all kinds of weird bite marks and a few tickets to a strip club. And
I want to go.
You're saying that cat's
Cat's
getting
having
pussy.
all the fun.
Cat's having a lot of fun.
I don't know if it's a male or a female cat, so I don't know which direction.
Either way, they're
to
having
take
fun.
this,
That's
trying
all.
to keep it
Either
a
way, it
little,
doesn't matter. Max. He's so good.
Yeah, there you go. He's just having a good time. That's all.
the hinky kinky.
I got him.
Well, if he's Zaccanus cat, I could see him getting into weird geeky shit.
Hey, Liz, they do some weird shit in Wichita. Let me tell you. Them flat plains of Kansas
Got
do
nothing better to
crazy
do.
things to the mind.
He's so tall. Freaks me out every time.
What are you doing?
Putting y'all on the TV so I can read the chat at Zaccanus because I'm so blind I can't see it on my phone.
Why are you so blind? Are you
What?
high?
I mean, he's got to sacrifice something with a head of hair like that.
There it is. He's just looking at it now.
Yeah.
The chat.
That's usually the way I watch all of y'all is on 70-inch.
Yeah.
You can see my
Typically, I watch on my TV.
Nightmare
I have my
Before
laptop.
Christmas.
Dude,
His hand.
blow him up. It's
I'm
a
like
room tour.
this.
A room tour.
I like that.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's really pretty.
First ever U.S. Cannabis Cup.
Hell yeah.
An event I went to at Busy Bee forever ago. The Secret Cup. And then
Night Zaccanus.
Take care of Zaccanus.
Take care of the kid.
Night Zaccanus.
peace out, Zaccanus. Edgar Allan Poe with the Raven and the typewriter.
Hell
You know, because
You're
of
in
Baltimore.
Yeah, you're in Baltimore already, so there you go.
Right. So there's Mario.
It's a me.
With the hat
You got some
pin.
nice art.
Damn, Bobby. That's what you're going to sound like next week when you're in India eating that street food.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Sean.
Oh, autographed. Wow.
And then Call of Duty, Black Ops 2. And as far as this goes, there ain't much here. I got to put in more shelves. But so far, this is the Mythic Legion.
That's the Legion
That's coming
collection.
along. It's looking good.
Yeah, that's why I didn't need those heads.
Oh.
I
Okay.
love those new bodies on those updated Steel Brigade.
Shout out to Mikey.
Oh hell yeah! Was that Don Marino?
Yeah.
Hey, let's hey, bring that up a little bit, dude. Give it some limelight.
Like, I don't know how close you want me to get, Max.
Oh, that looks
You
good
gotta
as
start
fuck,
touching it.
man.
Yo, why didn't you give me that figure behind in the back?
That came from Chad.
Nice.
That stays for life. That can go. That can go. That can go. That can go.
Okay, you just send me that carrot.
Yeah, I bet.
What's that one on the wing with the wings? Is that the? Oh, that's the swarm, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
just
the
got
one.
that one.
Yeah.
And bunch of Pandoras, bunch of Dusty. That dude. I don't know if I showed all them.
See, I got to get a new showcase. All my action forces in the showcase in the other room, and I definitely do not have a setup
Whose
that
rock
picks up
wall
and
is
goes
that?
with me.
that I made that.
You made that? Nice. That looks good.
Thanks. And then Duarte tree.
Good night, Ken.
So I've been watching. Hit like on Max's stream, please.
Duarte's tree and sandbags right there. And then that's just like the bottom of a fishing tank thing that you can get.
Yeah.
He ain't going to bed, Rowdy. He's gonna send me at least half dozen more fucked up videos on my Instagram before he passes out.
Was he saying good night to us or good
Like, that's all.
Was he saying good
Another-
night to us or good night to Zakanan? Because it was a minute after Zakanan
That's
said
true.
goodnight.
That's a good point.
Another
I think
Mikey
he was saying goodnight to
custom
Zakanan.
with that Destro back there. That's another Mikey custom.
Mikey Hustle.
Oh, that looks good.
I like the
that
suit. That's cool.
That looks
And
good.
then-
I like Mikey's work. I really, really do.
Uh-oh.
I need some more swarms, bro.
I lost a needle in this voodoo
What,
doll.
that one?
I thought my
Yeah.
back was
Might put
hurting.
that on the list.
What the fuck, Rowdy?
Well, this one's in the head, so
Oh.
if you get a headache, I'm sorry.
And then we're not going to speak of the pile of shit that's at my table. And then computer, some Ninja Turtle stuff down there.
There's your loose collector Red Sonja box.
There's some more mythic.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
look.
just sold mine.
Oh, shit. There's Figure Fight Club. There's Geeking Out. There's Mython.
Right.
There's Hollow.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Geeking Out
Stickers
photography is
everywhere.
leaving, though.
God, I can't wait to go on a sticker hunt at DFW.
I need to get more stickers made.
I got an offer for a sponsorship for like a storefront soon. So if it's legit, maybe I'll have some stickers and shit. Soon.
Do it.
Get
Oh,
memberships.
yeah.
Local storefront.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, that's
Let me
good.
see. I don't know if it's legit. If y'all know, let me know. It seems legit. It is from. That's not it. Give me a second. Here we go.
There's a toy store here, Eternia Dreams or something like that.
Yeah,
I've seen their YouTube channel.
popular. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is. I mean, they said that they represent like Oompaville and Philip DeFranco and a bunch of people who I know. So I'll have to look into it more. But either way, I do want to make merch, so I'll make some stickers. I don't know what it'd be.
Definitely make stickers, make buttons. I swear to God, LP probably got the poker chip idea from Ish.
I'm probably gonna do some leggings because I want some leggings with my branding on it.
Did you see my idea for you, Avi? Yeah.
The stripper pole.
No. Your alter ego.
What's no, don't release that yet. No, I didn't see that. But
You didn't see it? It's your set. You need to put on a wig and be one of them like crude salesmen from Avi Express.
oh no. I have an alter ego in mind already, and it's gonna come out very soon. I have an idea.
I want the car salesman of toys, Avi Express.
You'll get that too.
Avi
Because Avi Express is actually a real thing, so it's gonna happen.
So you're gonna have to do a commercial for it. Put that wig back on. Go out there with a little.
With the clown wig,
Oh,
I'll
don't do the clown
I'll
wig.
put my other wig on. I'm good.
You need a fez. That's what you need.
No.
Good
If
old
I go
Fez.
if I go to one of the
People
big
tell me
cons, I will be wearing a wig because I have some nice wigs so that nobody knows who I am.
Ed-
I'll wear a
edu-
wig and some sunglasses.
educate me, Max. What exactly does that fez represent?
For me,
Yes.
well, back in the 1920s, after the First World War, you had a lot of expats who would just kind of lay down roots in foreign countries, and Istanbul was one of them. And so, and Constantinople, why they change it, we'll never know. But
There's a whole song about it.
yeah, I thought I heard that somewhere. So I have just kind of I don't really consider myself a national for any place. I'm just citizen of the world. And so this hat to me is I'm just an expat of at least a half dozen foreign countries that I've visited, and everywhere I went, I tried to take in a little bit of their culture and learn to appreciate it, and that's the Fez for me. It's then I got the whole package.
See, and that's why I told people to subscribe to you because you got some cool stories. You're a cool dude.
Oh God, I can't tell half the shit I know on this.
Yeah, you
on
definitely have
YouTube.
some wild stories.
It's that I just packed up one night at about 2 a.m, packed up a backpack and blew around the world for about 4.5 years, and
That's awesome.
just not all my stories are good, that you see some fucked up shit on the road.
I mean,
But
the world isn't good everywhere, so it makes sense.
No.
But there's a lot of good out there too.
but
I was having a long discussion with Duarte today about that exact thing, and we wouldn't know what a good day was if you didn't have a bad day.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. But it's
So-
you also. I grew up in a small town called Hooker, Oklahoma.
Shut up.
2,500. Yeah, true story. My parents actually owned the Hooker Hardware Company.
Hooker Hardware Company.
Yep, it's
Just
on
come
Google.
in late and we'll hook her up
it's
like a
there.
tow truck.
But I grew up in a town of 2,500, and even though I think fondly, and there were wonderful people then, there's wonderful people now. It is a very small minded, island syndrome community. And again, I'm not meaning that in a negative way. It is what it is. But I had no idea of the broader world. Even the travels I did with my grandfather was still limited a lot of things until I just got out and with a backpack and my thumb on the road. This is all my stories are pre 9/11 when you could, get into foreign countries
Wow.
without a passport. And, and it just, like I said, everywhere that I went, it opened my mind a little bit more. And, kind of like J-Mac, there's some really good gray smoke out there that you just float into occasionally. But it just this is a person I really admired and respected and kind of opened my eyes to how I look at the world today. He wore a fez. He was a Turk from Istanbul, and I didn't agree with all his views, but definitely enough that it gave me an appreciation for the broader world. And no matter where you go, there's something you can take away from it. I was talking with Abby the other night. We lived around the corner from a little Hindi couple, and the first time I ever saw a shrimp with a head on it, I lost my shit. But that woman spent all day cooking food, and I was going to be damned if I didn't eat it. And now, that's it. Just you can take away something from everything.
And there's a lot of people that'll go all those places and not take a single thing away from it.
Nothing.
It's all about the person experiencing it. So
yeah,
you're a good
dude. Everything.
And I feel sorry for those, and I don't pity anybody. You make the world as that's right for you. But if I was to pity somebody, those would be the people I pity.
Small-minded people get my pity the most because they experience the least. It's like you're missing out on people, you're missing out on places, foods, everything, just because you can't expand.
Yeah, Joe said it best. Knowing is half the battle.
And the other half is violence.
But nobody dies from said violence. Unless you read a comic book. Then everybody dies.
And violence for like Chad said in his
just
video.
Being silly, J-Mac.
You know what I'm saying? But Chad did say it best in his video. Like if people know Chad's background, like he goes from eating a chili dog to interrogating somebody. Like this ain't. You don't necessarily want to run your mouth to this dude. Like,
I mean, you never know. I mean, I was raised in a house. If anybody watched the video with my grandfather, I was raised in a house where under every mattress, in every closet, in every drawer was a loaded.
I mean, I was just using Chad as an example.
No.
Because
I know
I could go into the violent shit that I did. But the fact that anybody with a violent background and gets out of a violent background doesn't really want to put violence out there again. But you really shouldn't poke the bear.
Well, it's the ones that don't want to put violence out there again that you have to be. Respect. You know what? If you're just respectful to everybody, you'll find that the smaller the world becomes, the broader yours becomes, and that's my philosophy. Anyway.
I mean, it's a good statement. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. But there's sometimes
talk shit, get hit.
Sometimes motherfuckers just want to keep fucking around, and then they find out.
Youngblood said it well.
Fuck around enough, you're gonna fucking find out.
Yeah,
it's a scale.
Rowdy will stab a bitch.
There's a meme she's talking. There's a video.
Hey, listen, anybody, and that video of Chad's was simply amazing to watch. It
was great.
I don't know entirely what I know with Chad's videos. I'm always expecting something great, but that one really just kind of, you can apply it to almost all of YouTube. And for the last 2 years, YouTube has been my whole damn existence because that's all I've had.
I mean, I get it. I get it. The algorithm loves a little drama. I'm all for feeding the algorithm a little here and there. But when it really comes down to it, take the air out your chest, take the bass out your voice. We talking about toys, my guy. Like, just chill the fuck out.
That's what I want to tell one person on YouTube. I have one person, and I just don't like them at all.
It's when everything. You talk about the little bit of drama feeding the algorithm. That was okay when that was the level. It's when advertising, movie promotion, and everything else started falling in with that to build on their own. That's what we've got right now is, you've got a new movie coming out. Let's get somebody behind the scenes bitching about that a little bit, starting some drama, and that will get free advertising for our movie.
You want drama? Just look at that Snow White movie. Go look at that. That's great drama.
Anybody
listen, I'm
over
usually
the age of 30
the time to be like, just enjoy a movie or don't enjoy it, but that shit's a travesty. Like, it's just a bad movie.
Was it that
It's
bad?
live action Disney. What does
I
anybody
would-
expect?
I would
Nobody
never
gives a
watch
shit
it, but
about
from the
live-action
stuff
Disney.
that Rachel, whatever her last name is, said, like I
It's
wouldn't
not
watch
even
it.
about that. It's like Gal Gadot is not really a good actress. The way they did the dwarves is terrible. Like,
Hold up, Riley.
Take
Back
that
that up.
Gal
Back
Gadot's
that up.
an amazing actress.
Yeah.
that's
All
not what I've
right.
seen
Did
her
you
in.
just talk about my Wonder Woman like that?
I've only seen. Well, listen,
Yeah,
I
I
love the
wonder why
original
she's
Wonder
still
Woman.
Wonder Woman.
The original Wonder Woman was great. She's fantastic in that. But she's been the fish out of water in everything since. Like she's done the same thing.
As
It's
long
just
as we
like
can agree she's fantastic in Wonder Woman, it's okay.
I think she's pretty. I don't like her as a person, but I think she's very pretty.
I think she's one of the best Wonder Woman. Like, man, she hits
I
it.
cried. Listen, I cried during the
no, it-
entire first Wonder Woman movie in theaters. I was in tears the whole movie. But
She hits it right on the mark. And
Yeah.
man,
They did a good job with that. The second one was trash, but
no, it was
Yeah.
awful. I love Pedro Pascal in it
the
though. He was
84
great in
thing
it.
wasn't great, but I still love looking at her.
Oh, dude, Wonder Woman.
Kal-El, no. That's the thing that people meme on right now, and I see it every time I see her yelling in a movie. Like she's very monotone.
That's not
what
how I
was
see her
that?
at all.
Was it Red Notice? What was that one she
Yeah,
was in
Red-
with?
Red-
Red Nose was good too.
Yeah.
I
It was
no,
decent.
not Red
It was,
Nose.
it was decent. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that
It
was
was The
pretty
Rock
good, too.
and Ryan Reynolds
Rock
and
and
Gal
Ryan
Gadot.
Reynolds.
that was good. I enjoyed
Red,
She's my get out of jail free card. I already talked to my girl.
it. Yeah,
that's fine. I think she's miscast as the White Queen or the evil queen badly. Like this really bad casting.
But again, what this, I listen, don't get me started on Disney because I promise none of us have enough time for
They
that.
own everything I love. It sucks.
It's quit doing live action. Not every animation you have done in the last 100 years needs to be made into live action.
I enjoyed Lion King.
Who asked for live action shit?
Some of it was alright.
The fact that they fired all their animators and they
One
no
or two
longer
is
have
okay.
an animation department.
But every
that's
movie
the
doesn't
reason
need a live
why.
action. We don't need live action Lilo and Stitch. We don't need that.
No.
Yeah.
The first one's perfect.
We're getting like
I
a
saw
live
that.
action.
I saw
Moana,
that
too.
movie on my honeymoon.
It's a great movie. I love that movie.
Yep.
It's a good honeymoon movie. Ohana means family.
Oh wow. That was
I'm
pretty good.
lost. I cried like a baby.
Such a good movie.
Straight snot, everything.
That was
that's
me during the
bad.
first Wonder Woman. I was sobbing in tears because I was like, Wonder Woman's finally on screen and it's amazing. And then the second one came out. And then Gal Gadot started running her mouth. And I'm like, bitch, shut up. Stop.
Isn't that always the case?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I like
Never made what it was.
Not for Harrison Ford, though. That man's perfect.
I read
Love
a book
Harrison
one
Ford.
time that if you
He's an asshole in real
if you
life.
meet Buddha
I know,
in the
but I love him.
road, kill him.
He's 82. I'd be an asshole, too.
He's been an asshole though. It's not like he turned 82 and became an asshole.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys
Who you
that shows
talking
up
about?
at Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
He's a dick,
Oh.
but he's a lovable dick.
He's a huge dick.
He plays into it more than you'd think, but he's an asshole. He's a grumpy dude,
Yeah.
but
He's
he's very
in
private.
Grumpy Old Men 3.
He
I just
should
see
have
him
had
as
a
real life
better
Indiana
exit
Jones,
from
you know?
Star
He-
Wars.
Flies planes, did fire rescue, did paramedic stuff. I like him. I love Harrison Ford.
I like people. I like when I meet celebrities and they're just people.
Yeah.
Well,
They
they're
don't-
all just people. It's when
Yeah,
they
but
think
some
they're
of them
not.
act
That's
like
when
they're
it's,
not.
I think that's what Harrison Ford likes is when someone treats him like a person rather than Harrison Ford, you're Indiana Jones. I think he'd just be like, hey Harrison, and be like, how's it going? And he'd go on
All
about
the
his day.
people that I'd be like, to are dead. So
You know how
none of the
Harrison
I don't ever
celebrities
like-
alive right now
Harrison
have to worry
Ford.
about that.
he was everybody's weed dealer.
Who?
Harrison Ford.
I can imagine.
Where-
God, he was so hot in the Indiana Jones
Where,
movies. I'm
where,
sorry.
where
Like,
was he the weed dealer? Where did you get this? I got questions.
He was
I think Harrison Ford is high all the
for
time.
Star Wars. They had, I believe, somebody else originally cast for Han Solo, and he was on the Carpenter crew. and he was just the guy you went to get your weed, and they just you're like,
And he
"Here,
casually
do it."
read for the role too. They're like, "You should read for it," and he was like, "I don't know." And then he got the role of Han Solo, and then it's history. I love him.
You know he had to
That's
been
how he
high
got
that
it.
whole movie.
Where
Wasn't
did
he
you
in-
hear that story?
Man,
Wasn't
from
he an
Mark
American-
Hamill. Carrie
I thought-
Fisher backed it up.
Carrie Fisher would know. She loved drugs.
Yeah, she was more into that booger sugar though.
I love Carrie Fisher too. She was also perfect.
That woman was
The,
flawless
the
in every
poor,
way.
the poor comedy roast of Carrie Fisher. That was brutal.
Her in Scream 2, that was so great. And she's like, I get that all the time. I'm not Carrie Fisher. And I was like, you are Carrie Fisher, though.
I mean, we owe
simple.
so much to her. I mean, the editing,
She was
lot of the.
a screenplay doctor, too. Like, she fixed a lot of movies and
Yep.
behind
You
the
got a
scenes. without
problem?
any credit.
Call Carrie.
Yeah. And her mom was great. That was really sad that her mom died, like, right after she died. But I get it.
Well, hello, Mr. Tyler. Welcome to the show.
Tyler, what's up, man?
Welcome.
What up, though?
Welcome.
Fuck you doing this late?
They just
I'm asking myself
God.
that
Hanging
same
out,
question.
bro.
The three that shall not be named Star Wars films. All those actors deserve better exits.
I liked
Or just
episode
left
7.
out of it completely.
I'll leave it at that. I liked 7, but
I like them all. They're amazing.
Such a show. Put the wig back on.
Put the wig back on.
I'm excited for the
You got some clown shoes to go with that wig.
20th on the 25th of this month. I want to go see that in theaters again.
Which one?
Oh,
Revenge
yeah.
of the Sith.
Okay.
20 years.
Oh,
I
man.
remember seeing it. It was fun.
At lunch the other day, I rewatched the final battle between him and Anakin and Jesus.
Did y'all see the trailer for the new Star Wars short show, the Tales from the Outlaws or whatever, with Cad Bane and Asajj Ventress?
Yeah, it's like a
Ooh.
6-episode miniseries. or
Yeah, May
something.
4th. Yeah, it looks good.
Animated or live action?
Yeah,
Animated.
Clone Wars animated.
Yes.
Like the Tales from the Dark Side, Tales from the Jedi. It's the next one of those. But
Hey,
Cad
I
Bane
had
and
to-
Asajj Ventress.
I don't know what we can do to get animation to just really stick like it should in this country.
Some of the
I
best
don't-
Star Wars content is animated, you know?
A lot of everything, like Warner Brothers, DC content shouldn't be anything but fucking animated. Those
Can I ask a question real quick, Max, since you're well traveled? What do you think the meaning to life is?
Damn.
42?
I love that you said that. I love Guardians of the not Guardians, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe. But seriously, yeah, seriously.
Oh shit! Not knowing is just that. There's no meaning. We're a small blue speck in a chaos. So
That's a fact. But what do you think the meaning of our existence on this small blue dot in this chaos is?
Cow man, I'm not high enough to answer this question.
I'd say it's just survival at this point.
Ty?
Oh, you're hitting me something too damn deep this late in the evening.
No. Avi?
Talk shit. Work shit.
All right, he's X'd out.
Wait, no, it's pussy money weed. I figured it out.
Why?
The
What?
clown
So-
wig's gonna be permanent.
What
I'm
happened?
not quite as traveled as Max, but I have
don't think
heard.
there is a. I don't think there is a meaning.
You
I,
live
I think
It's
there,
just
I think there's a meaning.
fucking.
I think you
have
find a
good
new
life.
meaning every day.
I think the meaning to life is to make sure that we teach the next generation, actually the next 7 generations, to be better than us.
We tried that.
You got to start that because it hasn't been happening.
Yeah, we need to
Well-
we need to work harder.
If you want to know who did
We're
that,
going
it was
backwards.
the natives that lived here used to teach their children and think about the next 7 generations and made sure their children did better than they did.
The
But
dots
then
of
we,
Imperialism is so fucked up.
Teach them well.
How did we
Let them
go
lead
from
the way.
Warner Brothers animated to the meaning of life?
Because
I
Jay's
just-
high as fuck.
That is
Jay's
the
so
best.
high.
The
I was
best
trying
or
to
the
think of a
worst
question
segue
that,
I ever-
since you're well traveled, that didn't lead down to a story you couldn't tell because
I think it came down to what you said the other day. Food, fire, and shelter.
that's just survival, though.
What do you
yeah.
think? What do you
What
think
about
life
Earth,
is?
That's
Wind,
what I
and
said,
Water,
survival.
bro?
But once you're
Life is
surviving,
survival.
don't you want to be thriving?
Not always.
If you're thriving, you get bored and start to lose all your money because you get into politics. So I don't know. It's just be surviving, you know?
Oh, see, we got a different. When you're thriving on a desert island, and you got food, warmth, and water, and shelter, your mind starts being like, "What can I do?" You start
You know-
making toys out of bamboo, and
Well
like
said.
I read a book by
You'll start
and
doing some shit.
admittedly,
I don't
Jack
think everyone does that,
London.
though.
Jack London has his flaws, as a person, but he wrote a book. I trying to remember which
I'm
one
not
it was.
familiar who Jack
It
London
was-
is.
I've read
Um,
He did
Jack
White
London.
Fang.
White
time.
Fang.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, I love that.
he wrote
of wolf
about
books.
how wolves think,
Yeah.
lot of
Tight
wolf
in
which
there,
is
son.
you don't worry about the future. You kind of collect a little bit of the past, but you think right now.
I was like,
And
you worry about the past?
I thrive right now. Just I'm not worried about, and well, I mean, I'm a
Live
human
in the
being.
moment, right? That's really
Yeah, live in the moment.
yeah.
That's the meaning of
Uh,
life right there. Live in the moment.
That's it. Worry about, what
I could
What
take
you
that
got
so
right
much
now?
deeper though in the moment, and then you go into time. Who came up
and
with
you
the
broke out
concept
the
of
good
time?
shit tonight, didn't you?
The Sumerian. I mean, did I?
Oh, you want to start? You listen.
It
You
all
want to
goes
start
back to
talking
ancient
about
Sumeria
Sumerian
anyway.
and Acadia and Babylonia? We can get in.
The Sumerians came up with the 612 clock, the hours that run our day every day, and people don't have any idea where that came from. But yet they make sure they wake up and get to work at 9 and get home by 5 or 6, whatever your traffic is. And time don't exist. It's all happening right now.
So, Jay, do you believe in the whole
Concept.
Dryas Unger impact theory and we were reset? Like
The younger Dryas.
Yeah, the younger
Is
Dryas. What I said,
Yeah, I do believe the Earth has flooded many times, and it'll flood again.
I just think that the
It's a
demiurge is
circle.
real.
It's a circle.
Well, I
of
don't
life.
know that the science backs up the worldwide flooding, but there's definitely
in the Middle East and stuff. There's been a lot of
Yeah.
floods.
In
I mean-
every culture across the world, there's a flood story.
Yep.
Well, sure there is, but
It's all pretty similar too. All of those like
Every
texts and all
culture,
that stuff, they're all very
Max.
similar.
But
all
you can
very
also
similar.
trace back a lot of that to, I mean, the earliest, you say every culture, but the earliest mention of any flood is the Epic of Gilgamesh, and that a lot of that, I believe, as goes to, if you look right there by the Rock of Gibraltar, where the Mediterranean is, that at one time that was blocked off, and one day it wasn't. And you had all these people living down there, and I think even the Yahtzees had a plan to dam off the Mediterranean to create a bunch of farmland where there's now the
I mean,
Mediterranean Sea. So
I'm talking about there's whale bones in the Sahara, Max.
well, sure. You never heard of tsunamis?
That went that far in.
Absolutely.
Sahara
Oh.
wasn't always dry either.
Well,
Yeah.
is
And
a
the Sierra,
tsunami?
yeah.
Is a tsunami another way of getting flooded?
Well, sure it is.
Okay.
But I'm talking about like the more of the biblical whole world flooded, yeah. And Tyler makes a point. You've got the Doggerland up by England, and in between England and Belgium.
Do you
That
believe
was
in
all
Pangea?
Sure.
What?
The way I see it is, if
Yeah,
you're in back in
uh,
the day, word couldn't travel as fast. So if you're seeing a giant flood and all you see is water, that's the whole world to you.
yeah,
Whether
but
it's in one part of the world or
Well,
everywhere all at
there's
once.
geological proof that is
continental
flooded.
drift has been proven.
I just
for
mean like
quite a while.
historical record. That's all with that kind of thing. You can't take firsthand account as a whole world flood from a historical writing. Geological, yes. That's all.
Just like
there was definitely a lot. I don't know about an inland sea. I used to live, right where you're talking about, Tyler. There's still a lot of open debate on that, and I don't know how I see it one way or the other. But there was definitely a lot more water. But
Continental drift.
now you want to get biblical. He's talking about where there's 3 seas connect.
Okay.
That was right here in America. America.
Show me some reference. I'll read it.
Oh, I love all the stories. Like, even if they're batshit crazy.
I love stories, and man, my batshit crazy level is for the last.
Most of my YouTube feed is
years,
not action figure stuff. It's like ancient history and like UFOs and like food. That's my
The
YouTube
Y
feed.
files. If you're not watching that,
Yeah, I love the Y files. But I don't believe in conspiracies. I just watch it and like that's interesting, and then I do my research. And I'm like, well,
I just wonder how many coincidences have to add up to make it a truth and not become a conspiracy anymore.
Well, I mean, you're talking about scientific theory, and that's just you form a hypothesis.
That's what you got to do is have your control and your variables. And
let's just say 9/11, for instance. There's a theory.
No, let's not do that. Find another one you can. There's plenty you can touch on without getting into.
Let's not do that one.
I get it.
Well, there's a theory that JFK was assassinated.
No, that's not a theory. He was assassinated.
His head blew up.
The driver shot him.
I mean,
he's being recorded the whole time.
Didn't they just release quote unquote declassified documents that were like kind of redacted and shit?
No matter how many theories they come up with on that,
we'll never have the truth.
It usually comes down to Occam's razor. It was one nut job, lone wolf, up in the book depository.
It was a damn good shot, apparently. One of the best shots in the world.
So you don't believe it could be anything else?
You want to know how I know? Is because my grandfather wasn't there. So that's how I know that it was Lee Harvey Oswald.
All right. I don't know how much is allowed, so I'll stop.
There's nothing you can do against a lone wolf. And I mean, now, did he have some interesting connections? Sure. But anytime you're going to have something to where something that's just not supposed to happen, JFK was not supposed to die that day. And it affected everybody. It's kind of like you mentioned 9/11. I can tell you exactly where I was when that happened.
My aunt was in New York.
Yeah, like everybody in this, and you could say exactly what you were doing that day. I was driving down Highway 54 in Guyman, Oklahoma, in a Volkswagen Beetle, and I turned on the radio when the first plane hit. Got to work and was like, "Turn on the TV right now."
I was gonna say I was in high school in my classroom when we heard.
I was getting homeschooled at the time. I was at my house in Virginia Beach where I grew up. In the living room.
I was living
now-
with my very religious sister who didn't believe in TVs that said demons jumped out of them. So I was the only one that had a TV, and I had a rough night the night before. And she comes in and sits on the edge of my bed and turns on the TV, and she's like, "A building's blowing up in New York." I'm like, "Well, it ain't happening here. Turn that shit off."
Oh no!
But my point is that when you have something that affects on some level everybody, you're immediately going to take, and here's two coincidences, something, you're all about coincidences.
There's modern equivalents to this.
JFK, 9/11, both big events that affected nearly everybody in this country. Everybody knew where they were, what they were doing when those two things happened. And how many conspiracies do you have surrounding both of those things? Because everyone
saw it.
Yeah, everybody saw it.
And I went to school for architectural drafting, so
did the CIA let it happen? I mean,
probably.
Yeah, probably.
Because it makes for an easy war, for sure.
But there was a briefcase that had all the plans for New York in it. A friend of mine was at the airfield that in Oklahoma City or Stillwater, Oklahoma, that trained a couple of those pilots. There's plenty of places, with JFK, I'm sure there were at least the what do they call it? The 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. There is always certain degrees that you can go back and say, here's where it could have been stopped. Here's where it could have been stopped. Here's where it could have been stopped. That's just, I used to be big into conspiracies. I used to love hearing them. They were great stories. And then something happened to a lot of minds in this world where those conspiracies stopped being fun.
Mm-hmm.
And they started getting people who just that became when they stop being just conspiracies and they become your personality, that's where you're going to run into problems. But at least with me, because that's where I'm done hearing your stupid shit. Not talking about you, J Mac. I'll listen to your stupid shit all day.
I'm one of them people that even after I get an answer, I'm going to step outside the box and look at it again.
Well, sure.
So,
I question everything.
Absolutely
question everything. It's one like I had to explain to that. And hey, Abby, I hope I didn't overstep myself in open mic night last night with that Samson guy, but he pushed me just a little bit.
Wait, what happened?
That was nothing to be pushed about. Like that dude. That's where you got to just kumbaya, Max. You know what I'm saying? They're not worth that much energy.
It wasn't my house, but I really felt like I wanted to say something, so I did.
I don't even know what happened.
Somebody was talking about how basically, we're all grown ups and we're talking about toys. Shut up. And I was just like, no, listen,
it was really the word complaining. Like nobody was complaining, but like if that's how he was taking it, let him take it. You can take it right down to the bank and deposit.
Opinions about where our money's going to go. That's all. For adults.
Okay.
But
if I'm going to buy shit, let me complain.
That's where the definition of shill comes back in. Are we complaining, or do I want you to make a better G.I. Joe classified figure? So when I buy it, I have the best G.I. Joe classified figure that I want. Like,
well, what these people don't understand is the fact that we're talking about it means it's relevant and it has some importance. Complaining or shilling for it, it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. You're talking about it.
I'm not a big Marvel fan, but the fact that Punisher came pinless, and this dude, this was a 2-pack with the Punisher.
Yeah.
But the Punisher came pinless. This dude has pins in his knees. How do I get a 2-pack with one character pinless?
You know why? Like legitimately why?
Like because that's fucking crazy.
That's the legendary Rider's Punisher body. They just changed the torso, and that one had the pinless legs or pinless arms and pin legs. It's the same exact as the Punisher with the motorcycle, minus the head and the torso. That's why.
Well, they're doing it again.
Lazy.
They're doing it again with that Madam Mask.
And with Warpath.
And
They
with
And
could
that
have done
Warpath.
pinless
that
with Venom.
crossbones.
And I want
Crossbone got pins in his legs too. It's a brand new what?
Tooling.
That
Bullshit.
guy tonight in 3PO
Where's
was
the new
talking about
tooling?
pins, no pins. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But it does. 2025,
It
there's
does
no
bother me.
fucking reason
matters.
for
It
pins
matters.
on any
It
figure.
Because if I take a picture right now, he got two holes in his leg.
Oh, was that you? I
no,
thought
it
it
was
was
also him too. It was also Jersey. It doesn't bother me either, though. I don't care about pins.
For me, it's just like the thing is the pins are a thing of the past. If you still have pins, it means you're not doing anything new. It means you're not retooling. It means you're not
Here's the
improving.
thing.
Like Todd.
We've had Fison at this point, right?
It looks ugly, Avi.
Listen, but we've had Fison. Why is there no fucking soft goods on that thing right now?
Because they tear and the soft bodies
Because I
are.
don't have a pair of
They don't-
pants that'll fit them.
That's
Jada
real
can get
close.
it on there.
Yeah,
Figures.
Jada could do
I-
soft goods. Mezco can do soft goods. Why are
Oh,
we
soft
not-
goods. I thought you meant soft body.
You're right.
yeah,
I
take
I
soft
get him a
goods
pair
on
of
a
jeans.
case
That
by
would
case
definitely
basis.
help.
Fison,
Sometimes
right?
they're good,
Fison's
sometimes they
generally-
suck.
No,
And
but
with Jada, they were honest because the soft goods raised the price of their cyberpunk figures, and June said that he's like they cost more because it's new and all this clothing is new for us.
Well, to
So-
be fair, Lucy didn't really come with a lot of soft goods.
Yeah, there's like there's a fine line where it becomes an excuse versus we don't want to do it. So, you know.
Yeah, no, but at the same time though, like I mean, why are we not complaining that why doesn't every figure come with soft goods at this point? We have the technology, we can do it.
Yeah, like that.
Because
must be-
honestly, I think Hasbro soft goods are
I think they suck. Hasbro soft goods suck.
they're awful. Yeah,
mean,
agreed.
They're doing better with Black Series, but I get third party capes from my Marvel Legends. You know.
I mean,
like
here's
that Palpatine that's got
WWE
the surge stitch that just sticks out. You can't tuck it back in, and God, I hate.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous that Max got that ghillie suit.
I love that. I'm so glad. Do you know what that's from? That's from one of the Black Series
oh, so
Han
Forest
Solos?
Star Wars. Yeah, I
I'm
think
still
so.
upset that someone fucking repackaged that figure.
This is
Dude,
this
you know
is
what
the
they
one you
took?
should have got.
They took the ghillie suit and they took the extra head top.
What it was taped, right?
Han in a ghillie suit.
Yeah, it was all taped. It was all sealed up. I had no
What?
idea. In fact, if you watch the video, at one point I'm like,
Flexing the Red Hulk
Max,
behind
Max,
him.
I don't know. I see something in the back of Avi's the figure stand. It looks like they got a ghillie suit on.
No,
you
there's
can
nothing ghillie
keep
up
it.
here.
Hey, that
I
Red
don't
Hulk
want
is
it.
almost exactly the same as the Maximum Hulk,
The
except for the
only
torso.
ghillie suit that they're all sitting in boxes in my master bedroom right now with the Valor.
That
That's a
is
good figure.
all
I like
I
her.
wanted.
like her.
was my Jungle Scarlet. That's all I cared about out of that box. Because I've
But
got two more.
I'm just mad about the fact that I got sold on Amazon. It was from Amazon, obviously. So
You
I
guys
got-
sold a swap?
yeah,
I had that happen.
and it was
at
a
Target.
brand new fucking figure. That's
That's
what
some
I
bullshit. Fuck
Yeah.
Amazon.
That's that.
Yeah, that Candyman. Yeah, that was discussed greatly tonight in 3POA.
That
and
Hulk is an amazing figure, Candyman. wait, I have to.
The only cool thing about it is that his hands can actually clap together, but they didn't have to give him a soft body to do that. I don't know
That
what
Hulk
that's
is amazing.
Hercules.
It can clap back. It can do a lot of other fun things, and it could do the whole swivel like boom.
about.
You know what I mean? It moves.
I can't wait.
It
I
got
can't wait to
toe
pre-order that
articulation.
next week.
How many figures have toe articulation? Don't include McFarlane.
I can get you a crackhead here in Baltimore that can do the clap back too.
I'm sure she also has toe articulation,
Nothing like pissing razor blades.
unless they're missing.
It's an
What we
amazing
need
figure.
is
Everyone
to
should go
get
buy
back
one.
to that 5-point articulation and just
All right, I'm out. I can't.
Oh man.
No more 5 points.
Hey, but Super 7 charges $25 for those. They must be
5
worth
points?
it.
I don't know. I
actually opened my OGB.
literally found that somewhere. I'd never paid
Was it
money
Spock?
for a Super 7.
That
Yeah.
that looked like Spock, yeah.
I only bought one Super 7 figure, and I got it on clearance, and it was to put his
It was
cape.
like $27.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it
the
was
cape.
to put his cape on the retro.
Is that
Cobra Commander.
Godzilla
Did he
figure?
give you the middle figure or no?
And then I gave him a separate.
I was
mean,
gonna
if you
buy
want
that
it.
figure, but it never went down to $10, and
That's
I
Super
was
7?
just not gonna do it.
It's a good Cobra
The cape
Commander.
No,
is-
this is the Hasbro Cobra Commander with
I
the
was gonna
back
say, like,
metal,
what?
and it's got the and I used the Super 7 cape
Oh.
and his scepter.
So what is it, the one with the gold packaging? Or not gold pack, like the cool looking box that it came with. That had a cloth.
It was the Cobra Commander Ultimate.
No, not the.
Is that a
I
Super
got that.
7, Jay?
Yep, that's Super 7. I've been chilling this whole time. I forgot this
Oh,
was a
wow.
gift.
You are.
I mean, that
a
one's cool.
S7.
Oh,
I want to call Brian.
That
Flynn
one's not
right now.
articulated at all, right?
I can't
Oh,
keep saying.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
5 points.
I'm trying to
I
get
like that
Brian
one.
Flynn on my show.
See, for that, it's fine, but I bet you paid like what, $20 for it, or is it cheap?
I didn't pay anything. It was a gift.
Okay,
He's
well there you go.
stolen. He's
That's
lying.
worth it. Just snapped it.
They know I have a blacklight shelf, so they'll get me anything.
I
that
would be
glows under
amazed if
black
you
light.
could.
What?
You would be amazed if I could what?
I was talking to Abby. If I would be amazed if he could get Brian Flynn for an interview.
Dude, he interviewed with Masters of the Thunder Nerds. It's one of our one
Saw
of the
that.
shows I watch on Mondays, Monday late nights, and he interviewed with them. So I was like, listen, I reached out to Dustin because he's been on open mic night a few times, and Zombie 13 is also a big friend who's his co-host. I was like, listen, hey, make the introduction. I would love to have him. LP was like, listen, as soon as Brian's going to do his homework, and he'll see my logo on your show, and he's like, no. But I was like, I'm hoping he may still. He hasn't reached out yet, but I'm hoping. I'm gonna link him on LinkedIn and be like, dude, just come. It'll be fun.
He's
I think
gonna
I'm
be
going
like,
to start doing a few artist interviews.
You should.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
I want to see if I think I'm going to reach out to Quentin. And
Quinn will be awesome. I'm looking
Terry
for an
Tito?
artist. Max, do you do artwork? I need an artist.
Okay, I'm $150 an hour, whatever you need, baby.
It'll be too expensive for me, bro. Way too expensive. For me.
Nah, just holler at me. We'll figure something out.
I need to make a comic book, issue 0.
Oh God,
Damn.
I already got a fucking script for a comic. I got to get drawn up.
But this is my comic book.
Comics are
Well, give me about 10 years of drawing every day, and I got you covered.
So if it works out well, which I think it will, because I float the idea to like Kato, Brandon, and LP and stuff, and they all like the idea, and they're like, actually, that's a pretty good idea. So I want to do an issue 0 on me, and I'll release it to members. And if it goes well, it has good reviews, and then I'll do like a series. At least I would.
I've got. I'm gonna plug a buddy of mine. He has.
Well, it is after dark.
Plug a buddy. Which one?
I thought this was the after party, not the after Diddy party.
No Diddy.
He didn't say baby oil.
He just said he's gonna plug a friend of his.
Yeah, but it could mean he wants to whack him. Oh, well, that could be the same. Never mind.
Dude,
Well, I do
Ken,
voice
you should go
acting
look at
for him,
Plastic Journey After
but
Dark.
he doesn't have it. He does a comic. He's got me suckered into doing an issue. He just does these little 1-page comics, and so I've been trying to get some work done.
Abby and his toys after dark. What the heck? That's so
Dude,
weird.
go check out Plastic Journey. That was the OG After Dark show we used to do back in the day. Back in the day, it was fucking last year. Yeah.
Right now, I'm trying to get a sign done for my little brother's shop. He's taking over the family business.
Nice.
So in Hooker, Oklahoma.
I feel like you should put that name in there somewhere, like Hooker.
That's Tucker Sporting Goods, purveyor of fine guns and ammo,
and Hooker
in downtown Hooker, Oklahoma.
inside Hooker.
It's, you
The
know,
Hooker
funny
logo-
story about that town. It was named after a railroad man named J.T. Hooker, but the Main Street Gladys was named after his favorite prostitute.
That's awesome.
The Hooker Inn.
See, Candyman
There was a Hooker Inn.
Was Hooker always taking shots?
I graduated from Hooker High School, and
I don't know
class
Did
of
you go to
12.
Hooker Elementary?
No, I didn't go. I didn't make it
So
there.
you spent 4 years at Hooker
When
High.
did I graduate?
3
Oh,
3 years, yeah.
Okay. Shit. Okay. You know what, guys? It's 2:00 in the morning. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
It's bedtime. My kids
up?
are getting up at 7. Gotta go to
Well,
bed.
don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
It's
But
been
no,
a
hit
great
me up.
after party.
If you're interested in a comic book thing, let me know, because I was talking to an artist and she didn't seem interested. So
Well, we'll talk.
yeah, let me know.
Well, that's the. But you keep passing the dollar back to me. I'm telling you, you got my number.
I'll hit you.
All you got to do is come.
Exactly.
He wants to do it
Slide
off
in
of stream
those
where
dudes.
he can price gouge you more. Where it doesn't look like it was nice. You know?
Damn.
Got it all.
So talk
No,
talk to
it's
my
good
talk to my manager.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll have my people call your people. We'll do lunch.
Exactly. I could get my. I could get
How many pages are you thinking of doing?
22.
I'm out.
The small thing. 20.
Well, I mean, I'll throw some commercials in there too, though.
Well,
or advertisements.
But seriously, I'll tell you the one thing. The one of the major things is I am not going to be able to take any commission work on anything for at least probably at least the next 4 to 5 months, because I
live next
I am
to
still healing.
I live next to the Maryland Institute of Arts, and I know personally the lady that runs the whole art program here in the state of Maryland. So I could probably find somebody for you.
Yeah, let me know. I've already been pricing some stuff out. I mean, again, you're drawing real people too, right? So that's how you look at it. LP and Kato and Ninja have all given me likeness, right?
So I would probably just ask my friend to ask around at school right now, and I would get you a student price and just have them draw up something and see if you like it, and then go from there.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Again, I'm just trying to do a digital. Like, I want to do a digital for the issue 0, and if it works out, people like it. The idea because the idea I came up with is actually it's interesting, right? And it could
just keep that under the hat. You don't want to put that out.
No, I'm not putting it out.
Yeah.
I was just saying it's interesting, and it's actually
Thus
never
the
ending.
holler at me.
It's never ending. So
No, I'm also a big believer that if you have an idea, you shouldn't throw it out into something like this until you've done it. Just because once your idea is out there, anybody can do it.
No, I agree.
like Mark
Especially on
Zuckerberg.
this network.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. But no, it's a fun idea, and I want to run with it. So let's see. I mean, I figured I'll fund 0 issue 0.
Yeah, I've had a couple. So my picture for YouTube, one of the students did that.
Okay.
So I can find somebody. It just depends on what kind of art you're looking for also.
It's a fun comic.
I have to start doing that kind of sourcing soon and looking for somebody I can commission for channel art and stuff. I don't want to use AI for very long.
I mean, I know I know a bunch of out of work Marvel artists that
There you go.
It's also great to I think I was going to go over there and try to get somebody to help me with the diorama thing that I'm doing, because they have access to so much stuff at their classrooms and different things. They have whole shops.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's a good life hack.
Yeah. And Tupac went to that school.
So when in doubt, go find an art student.
Always help support your local artists.
Exactly. You said it better than I did. I said go find an art student. All right, guys, it's 2:00. I'm out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get going too.
Down for the night. Thanks everybody. It was a great evening, and we
Catch you
will
on the flip.
We'll
always.
catch you tomorrow.
Feel free to send me an invite whenever, Max. I'll pop through.
Yeah, always. All right, Talib, it's your turn. Sign us out.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.